let's start with one. Deshaun Watson's going to get his first career start tonight.
I would have gone back to Tom Savage. I can understand why they played Watson in the first game. Savage could not escape the rush. The offensive linemen were getting obliterated. So they put Watson in because he has mobility. But on a short week, when you have one legitimate receiver, your entire tight end core is wiped out because of concussions. And that's the time you go with a veteran, not on a short week with a rookie. And I would have gone back to Savage. And plus, Watson has a little ankle injury. He tested it. He's fine, but he's going to be running so much from the Bengals, he might hurt it again. And Savage have to come back in.
John McClain of the Houston Chronicle here in the Honda Insider Report live from Cincinnati. Now let's get back to the quarterback stuff with Bill O'Brien. Now, the show open, you heard, I asked Michael Lombardi if he's the Kaiser Soze of quarterback gurus. By that I mean somebody that has a huge reputation, but you don't know if he really exists.
Well, here's the deal about Bill. He had Tom Brady, and Brady swears by him. Tom will tell anybody and everybody what a great quarterback coach and offensive coordinator Bill was with him. And then he goes to Penn State. He has Matt McClain, and McClain plays really well, and Bill's National Coach of the Year. And then the next year he has a true freshman, Christian Hackenberg, who plays so well. Everybody says when this kid comes out, he's going to be the first pick of the draft, and then Bill leaves. But here, Bill's been Captain Hook. He just has a quick trigger for quarterbacks, and we're not really surprised in Houston that he did this because he did it to Brian Hoyer two years ago. But the fact is, Watson's got a chance to be special. He's going to struggle. He doesn't have a talented offensive line. He's got one legitimate receiver. The running game is suspect because of the line. It is not an ideal situation to play a rookie quarterback, especially when you think you can win the division for the fifth time in 7 years. But they might as well get on with a Watson era. But there's a chance they'll go back to Savage because that's what Bill does.
No, I know that. But speaking to somebody like yourself, John, who's been around quarterbacks who learned the playbook by the light of a jukebox and have been around all different types of quarterbacks and people who coach quarterbacks and people who draft quarterbacks, is Bill O'Brien a guy that you want at the wheel when you're looking for a quarterback for a team?
He hasn't shown that so far. The last good quarterback they had, and people in Houston shudder when you say this, but Matt Schaub did have 4 good years when he and Andre Johnson were one of the top 1-2 punches in the league. But the last great quarterback we had was Warren Moon, and they traded him in 1994, and that is a long time to wait. And we think, based on what we've seen and we know about Watson, he's got a chance to be special. But he doesn't. Moon struggled from 84 through 86, 3 years in which he struggled, and then he went to the playoffs 7 years in a row. Now he's in the Hall of Fame. They don't today, Rich, everybody wants instantaneous success.
Sure.
You can't wait 3 years anymore.
So Deshaun Watson, how do you think he is going to acquit himself tonight or do?
I think if he had the Cowboys' offensive line and Ezekiel Elliott and multiple good receivers, he would be really good, but he doesn't.
They're not walking through that door to use the
He's going to be running for his life a lot, and he's really strong mentally, and he's smart. He works hard. He's got a better arm than advertised, but he is not able to. He's not going to be able to do what you want a quarterback to do because of the surrounding cast.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you like that video, be sure to download our app. Don't have any memory on your phone? Let's start to delete some of those slow-mo videos you have. And you know which ones I'm talking about.